So hello and welcome to From Last to First podcast. This is a space for those who are once labeled as not smart enough, those who once believed that they would not amount to anything. Either they believed that or they were labeled by the society simply because they were poor performers in school or the people who struggled academically. So in this episode, we'll be having Sarah. So let's hear her story. So welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
So maybe you can start by telling us what you do, who you are generally, and for the context of this video, what was your KCSE grade?
Okay, as you heard, I'm Sarah, and I'm an interior designer by profession. I'm also a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. Yeah, for KCSE, I got a B plane. Yeah, that was my grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you ever at any point struggle with your grades?
Oh, yes. Actually, the question is, at what time didn't I struggle with my grades? I struggled with my grades since I remember myself in nursery school. Because I remember, even when we were being given those, for those who will be viewing us today, I need to tell them that I was part of that group that we used to, in a class, we used to do things on the floor. Yeah, so in my nursery school, there are times we used to go and do like number 1, 2, 3 on the floor. And I remember, because we've been given a space, kila mtu, space kake. And I remember each time there's no day I remember that I ever finished any task that teacher gave us. And it would always be like, it's okay, me, I don't finish. Me, I don't finish.
Acceptable.
Yeah, I just accept it like that. But my mom could not allow me to accept that. Thank God for my mom, because she was my anchor in terms of, you can do it, you can do it. Even when I did all the grades, like, I was a slow child, so most of the times I never finished my tests. Like, I remember we used to do number 1 to 25 from nursery class 1, 2, 3, and I can't remember any time I did question 1 to 25. By the time kids were finishing their exam paper, I was a number 10. Nikienda sana niko number 15. Bado ninakuja tu, but yeah, so I struggled with my grades all along. All along, I can't remember even. Yeah, all along.
So how was your journey at primary sasa?
So my primary school, it was tough, especially because I had you expected. I mean, every parent. I had my mom and my dad, and also every parent. I'm a parent, so I know that each time you're expecting your child that they're doing the exams, so you're always waiting for them to just show you like what they have done. And most of the times, each time it was the closing day, and I would get my paper like this, and then I'll just take it home. And I remember most of the times they just look at my paper and they were like, well, it's okay, this is our child. This is our child. And I remember it was tough for my dad, because of course I was daddy's girl. I was the only girl. I was mommy. I was the mom. So of course would want to shine with mommy, but this mommy of we are shining with the zeros. But my mom always used to tell me, always kept on reminding me that yes, you can do it. Don't worry, you can do it. Don't worry, just.
So you had very supportive.
I had a supportive mom, and also had supportive dad, because I don't remember any time I asked my dad. My mom was a housewife, so of course kila kitu ni dad. I don't remember there's any time I told my dad to buy me a pencil or a book or shoes or socks, and he did not buy. Actually, we were those children that used to go with full school uniform from socks to shoes. Those days, kids used to come to at school with no shoes. But there's no time that my dad never supported me in terms of education or like paying the school fees and just buying everything, necessities that I needed. So I had a supportive family.
Okay. Yeah. And there was no point, like, at least maybe they would label you, or they would tell you need to improve
There's this one time I remember, because my dad was used to, at that time there was myself, I'm a firstborn, and my two brothers. Wale walikuwa tu top 10 kila wakati. Na mimi niko top 10 kila wakati huko nyuma. So I remember it came to a point that even dad just checking on the report cards, hapo anaangalianga. So, and then I used to be timid, so because I didn't want to be the first one to just make him feel bad, I used to make sure that my brothers wamepeleka zao kwanza, alafu mimi. So it came to a point that even my dad, because alikuwa anajua huyu tu ni anajua tu grade yake. So there was a point that he could not even check my report card. He just checked me for my brothers, brother 1, brother 2, and me. Yeah, so I would feel bad because I had really worked hard, maybe just that my working hard was never shown in the tests, in the grades, but I put the effort. Actually, me, I was a bookworm. All the people who know me in high school, primary school, I was a bookworm. So it's not that I didn't put in the effort. It's just that kilikuwa tu kinafanyika tu, exam ikikuja tu nimefail. So I remember there's that time, and it really hurt me because I was like, atangiangalia. Unaona? But then I remember my mom used to just be there because my mom alikuwa tu anajua tu, of course is a wife, so anajua tu mzee wake anasema njoo mtoto wetu. So my mom used to be there and just tell me, just bring the report card, let me see. She just encouraged me. Hata nikiwa tu na negative zangu tu, just be there and like, oh, you worked hard. Last time ulikuwa naiona umeongezea. You see, so that's
encourage.
It used to encourage me. Yeah, I think that was that. Apart from now, the society, of course, I remember my cousins, just shags kuna kijiji, brother. So they used to be those smart children, but then there were a few of us who were not. So I remember they used to say label as zile za hawasikiangi masomo. Hata saa zile wale wengine wanaulizwa like what were your grades? Zetu zile tu hatukuwa tunaulizangwa kwa sababu tumegradiwa, hatusikiangi masomo. So tuko tu we have to push them. Wamalize tu primary school, wamalize tu wasonge. Yeah.
Okay. So high school, interestingly, ulipata UB, but before we get there, so umemaliza primary. What was your ulipata nini KCPE, by the way?
KCPE. So I had to repeat.
Okay.
So I did my first KCPE, zilikuwa zetu za 700 marks. So the first one I got a 360. 360 out of 700. Na nilikuwa nimejaribu kwa sababu that was above pass mark, at 350. And then because we had moved from one school to the next, so that principal was like, this child has potential. Let her repeat.
Okay.
And now that guy was a friend to my dad. Sasa wakawa tu kwa sema leta msichana. Ana lazima ulipe kumlete tu. So my dad comes and tells me, Wendy High School. At you're going to repeat. Repeating where? Me used to love education. So my issue was not repeating. My issue was repeating in the same school. That one was just But I had to remind my dad was my dad. He was the head of the house. So yes, whatever he says goes. So I had to go to repeat to this school. So I had to repeat again. And I remember for the first whole term, I never spoke to anybody.
Why?
Because we used to be named repeaters. Actually, the teachers and those kids that
So you repeated in the same school?
Yes. So the teachers and also those kids that were class 7, kushuka chini, I don't think they never knew my name. They just call me a repeater. So that's that name, So to avoid being called a lot, you just stay by yourself. So I remember the first time, because of course I went late because I was the household of attend a high school last year. So I joined that first term late. So I remember when I went to that class, because also just go back to the same class you were in. So I remember when I just entered that door, the first desk asked that boy, is anybody sitting here? He told me no. Just went and sat there. So I would just do my things. No lunch. I was going through an issue in my life because of just repeating. And then, so I used to go to class, listen to what teacher is telling me, do my work, and then after that, I go home. I used to be the first one. Break time, no breaks. I didn't repeat.
Also kuna hiyo aibu na shame.
Kuna aibu na shame na siwezi repeat for nothing. I will read until I forget, I read. Mpaka cha nguvu. So anyway, so I worked hard. So me, I was those kids that I used to wake up at 4 a.m. in primary school to work hard, to read. Not anakwambia nilikuwa na sahau wingi, but I used to pray. For some reason I was young, but I used to pray. I used to tell my God help me. And I don't want shame again. And to even my family. Those days it was shame unto the family. Society mzima. You are a firstborn. I remember the issue of you're a firstborn, you have to set pace.
Yeah, for wengine.
So, ukianguka una expect my brothers wako watafanya nini. You have to work hard. Even my aunties were telling me the same thing. You have to work hard because ukianguka, what will your brothers, you do not have a reason for them not to fail. So I used to wake up at 4. I used to sleep at midnight. Because we used to do a lot of homework. So I used to make sure I finish all my homework. And then early in the morning, I used to wake up at 4. I'm the people who used to put their feet in the basin. Yes. But I thank God because I got my grades. So the second year, the second class 8, after kurudia, the book is 528.
Hey, okay.
I remember that was the first time I saw my dad light up.
Na sasa throughout hii time ulikuwa unapitanga like ukielekea KCP like after ume repeat. Sasa hii time umerudia sasa.
So when nimerudia, the first one I worked hard. So yes, it was I would say I tried. I was above average. And the second one I failed. And those schools used to be beaten. I remember for that class, I was beaten my hand, but it was black. My hand changed color when I went to high school. Because I used to be beaten here. I used to be beaten huko nyuma. And the huko miguu. So anyway, so I think, I don't know if it's because of the beatings, but the beatings happened, and the working hard effort happened, and my mom happened. My mom happened. She was just, there's no way I can talk of my passing without mentioning my mom. Because she was such a pillar. So yeah, I used to pass, fail. So actually even getting that 528, people said that those marks are zilibiwa nikapewa. You get, nobody would have thought that I could have managed those marks. Even myself. Even my dad, even my mom. Nobody would have ever thought that this child could amount to a high 528.
Okay.
So yeah.
Aya, sasa ukaenda high school. High school kulikuwaje? Because I really want to understand when ulifika huku kwa B. So how did form 1, form 2, form 3, maybe unaweza to summarize how that journey was. Like uliingia high school and then you went back to performing poorly. Ama uliingia kwa kama umeshika.
Let me tell you something. You see, now I went to a provincial school. So remember all those kids that are coming to that high school, they got those marks. You have never attained 450, as in 400 and something, you're coming to attain 528. How? So of course it was hard. Hey, we did the first exam. I can't remember much, but nikaanza 10, position 10.
Na huko.
Starting from huko. But it was like that. By the way, I think on my high school, it was the same.
Kustruggle.
Me, because nilikuwa bookworm. I was a book. Even with the people I meet today, they know me as a bookworm. Because I really used to work. Sikuwa na mabeshte. Ati ni lunch, after lunch hour.
Story.
Ati story. Mimi after lunch hour is 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I go back. Take my book, kusoma. Asubuhi, we used to have a curfew of not coming to class before 5. Sasa mimi nilikuwa namkanga huko 4. Just in case 5 ikifika niko class. So there was a lot of struggle, but even after all that struggle, it's not that I used to have position 1. Hapana.
Bado unangangana bado.
Bado nilikuwa nangangana. But yeah, I nilingangana, but I used to just try. I think the effort at the end of the day ilinisaidia. Yeah.
So grades zako zilikuwa tuambie ilikuwa na C.
Zilikuwa C.
Ama manini.
Hey, ina depend ni gani. But I think I can't remember they ever got an A or CRE. Maybe CRE I managed an A or a B plus. Because I love it. But others it was a D, a C, a C plus. Nimefanya kopiti C plus.
But hakuna ati constant huko.
B minus, that was like a B minus. A C, C plus, depending. But my A was only CRE, thank God for CRE. It used to boost
at least
kidogo. But most of the subjects I used to do a C. A C. I was a C. Others D, biology. Hey, biology. But yeah, those are my grades. C, D, a few of B.
Okay. Na sasa, what ulikuwa unaspire kwa nini? Like, what was your aspiration? Because one thing I know with, I will also say, I was low kama wewe. But sasa, at least wewe kuna the positive side ya ati. Sasa zangu zilikuwa unasoma hivyo vyote but D. Unasoma hizo zote but Ds. So I remember, like, kuna hiyo story ya people aspiring to be, kwanza kuna hii course. People used to say kuhusu aeronautic engineering. Sijaisahau hadi wa leo. And hao watu walikuwa napita physics. So kuna watu wa biology wanataka kwa madaktari.
I know.
And I used to, because we have grown up being taught by the society. And pia hata wazazi wenyewe that tunajikaza tuwapeleke shule, you get a good grade, kutoka hapo uchague course mzuri and everything. So I used to feel like I do not have, I never aspired to be anything when I was in high school. Kwa sababu nilikuwa naangalia grades zangu zote. Sikuwa na A ya CRE kama wewe. There was nothing nilikuwa at least. So yeah, I didn't have, hakuna yenye kitu nilikuwa na aspire kuwa nayo. And that used to worry me. Kwa sababu when others are saying kinyo wanataka kukua, ni sijui. So I don't know for you, ulikuwa nataka kukua nini?
I wanted to be a nurse. Hey, nursing. Hata siku hizi na nikolingi too. At my age, it still calls unto me. I used to love nursing. I wanted to become a nurse. For the longest, I remember, I think that's what I used to say, I want to become a nurse.
And why?
And I remember my mom, there used to be a episode that used to come, ER. Still going on ER. I think it was called ER. And I remember each time ikikuja, my mom used to call me and tell me, come, your show is here. So it was about nursing hospitals, nursing, kama hizo. So for me, I just wanted to be a nurse for reasons I don't know why. I remember I used to say that I want to become a surgeon. Unanisikia? Surgeon. Na dizangu na sizangu. But it is well. But at some point, I just went and said that I wanted to become a nurse. And yeah, because every child wants to become something, by the way. Even those ones who don't speak up, they want to become something. Yeah, so for me, it was nursing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, because ulipata B, ilikushtua ama ilikuwa tu, you expected to pass?
First of all, the time we were doing doing my KCSE, it was a hard time for my family. And so it was hard. I was just going through a lot. My parents had separated. And I didn't know, I remember I didn't know after sasa hapa kutaenda aje. So it was a tough time. So I never thought I would have a B. Because a B, I don't think the times that I got a B in high school, I accountable. If there is any, I can't remember. So I never thought I could get a B. So it was a shock. It was a shock for me. I remember even when I used to uko kwa Gishagi, uko home, there was a lady tulikuwa tunaenda shule na yeye. And so she told me, "Hey, Sarah, tunapatana shule." And then I'm like, "Shule?" So St. Anne's, I used to be in St. Anne's. So they were like, si kuna basha wale watu walifanya exams and they're supposed to, the people who pass and going to college, to high school, to campus, tumeitwa bash. Sasa mimi hakuna barua nimesikia. So I was like, watu wenye
hata ujiki hapo.
Sasa mimi sikuwa kwa kategoria watu wamepita. So and I was like, I just felt bad because when I was working, I used to wake up at 4. I used to be the first one in class. I used to be the last one to sleep. I never enjoyed my breaks or my lunch times or those times. I never used to go for funkies. I gave them all out. I just maybe went for funkies for twice. So for such a child who has worked that hard, and then when watu wamepita, you're not part of it, you feel bad. But because umezoeanga, kuna kuanga tu hivyo. So I was like, it is well. So I felt bad. So sikujia kwa hiyo category. How did I know that I had a B? I was living with my auntie. We were living at Shosho's place. At Shosho's place, my auntie was there. Alikuanga chap chap. So when, of course, unajua tu zinakuanga tu kwa TV. Because I was dreading that time KCSE results are out. I was always dreading those moments. So when the moment comes, and the moment came that time, so my auntie ndio huyo akaniuliza, ati vitu zinaangaliwa aje? So she was there and she checked. And then a message came. I had a B. So my auntie is shouting, "Ati hey, you've got a B." And now she knew that a B would take me to campus. Unajua shule ilikuanga ni upite uende campus. Upite primary and high school campus. Yeah. So she was shouting. She was like, "Hey, you have a B." And I'm like, "Auntie, what you shout? Maybe you're not. Are you sure?" You're shouting, telling people, are you sure?
Niko sure.
Nako sure. Kasema, hey, see ni jina yako. This is your index. Yeah, so that means you have a B. Congratulations, be happy. And because me, I was not of those people of seeing results and you're happy. That was the first time.
Jazoea
celebrate, and now this was the second time I'm celebrating my results. The second time in my year, because now in KCPE I celebrated.
Yes.
So this is another time I'm celebrating. I had a break of celebrating 4 years, but Mungu ni nani? So I had a time to celebrate. So I thank God.
Okay, so after high school, umemaliza high school, umepata B. So how did you choose ulikuwa umeitiwa course like ile na nini ama
Yeah, so of course campus, so kila mtu when you're joining campus is that great that I mean there's that course unaenda kufanya campus.
Sio kila mtu.
I thought it was kila mtu, especially those days. So for me, I was to go do education home science. Okay, education home science. Because I remember you had asked that when we were choosing for campus, which campus to go. Unajua campus ilikuwa inakuja na the courses they give.
Okay.
So I remember I used to have an issue because you're not good in those courses. You don't even know where you lie. You're just
unachagua ujaze.
But I remember I used to like our home science teacher. Talk of being lost. Like you're choosing a career because of a
mwalimu.
But I used to like this, like her life and it kama hizo. So I remember, I think there's something I chose as agriculture. So I think I'm in home science, education home science. So that's what I was supposed to go to in Maseno.
Oh, yes. So you ndio walikuitia?
Ndio walinitia hiyo. And of course, so nikaenda, of course. Nikaenda, nikafanya home science. Of course, I can't change because remember my issue was nursing. So I let me tell you something. So when I did my high school, see, I knew somehow I might not manage to go to campus. So I started looking for where I would go and and I realized maybe, especially when that girl told me that wale watu wamepita wameitwa bash na mimi sasa sikuitiwa. So I was like, definitely me siendi campus, nianze kujipanga. So because I had the passion for nursing, I started looking for schools za nursing. So, and I found one and I told my dad about this particular one. So my dad was like, tutaona. So just give it time, tutaona. So when I was, when nilitwa kwenda campus, I was a bit confused because
ulikuwa umejipanga huko na nursing.
Na nursing yangu. But anyway, so I had to go do campus. So I remember there was no opportunity, like today, if my daughter passed into doing some career, I mean ameitiwa kwenda kufanya kitu sisi anapenda, I would listen to that ingine
hiyo kenye anataka.
Huko those days ukipita kwenda kampuni unaenda campus.
Uende kampuni.
Uende kampuni. Sijui nursing inafuatwa kwa hiyo shule hapana. So we just go to.
Afu inasaidia mzazi kwa pesa kwa sababu hata vitu nalipwa
na gava. So anyway, so I went to do, nilienda tu kufanya nilitiwa. Hata nilikuwa nitoke hiyo niende gani nyingine. Because even if my nursing was not in Maseno.
Okay.
So I just continued doing my home science, education home science. Halafu, one semester into doing education home science. That means I would become a teacher in education. A teacher in home science. Okay. So one semester into doing it, the dean calls us. How many were we? By the way, I forgot to tell you. I was the only one in that class. But we had 2 other girls who were doing, they used to call it science in home science. It was not education. Then it was like science and technology, but in home science. So you were 3. Kila mtu, so unajua ukiingia kampu watu wanatokanga sana wanaenda zile vitu wanataka. So kila mtu akatoka, mimi I was like, mimi ninafanya tu hii. Hakuna shida. Hakuna shida. Sasa tulikuwa watu 3. Most of the courses we were sharing.
Wawili
wanafanya science, BSc, na mimi nafanya EDU, education. Tulikuwa 3. Sasa lecturers walikuwa wanakuja. So mimi nilifanya education yangu home science. Na nilikuwa peke yangu. But at least in class we were 3. But in that education that year, I was the only one. Na sibanduki. People were saying, Sara unataka kufanya nini? Nataka kufanya hii.
Na issue hiyo ni unataka kufanya mauna.
Hapana, I used to like it. Mimi sikuwa na issue nayo, by the way. I didn't have an issue with it because I was thinking being a teacher in home science. At least nilikuwa naona hiyo nitaweza. Because let me tell you something, I had realized I had gifted hands. What do I mean? Kushona hata nikiwa high primary school, tukishona nilikuwa nashona. Kupika I would do. Exactly. So afadhali uende mahali una feel uko comfortable. So I was comfortable actually doing the course. Until Dean comes and tells me, at I came back, she had gone away. So when he came back, it was when she came back, she was like, what? I came and realized that that home science is we still have students in home science. I'm sorry to have to inform you that you can no longer, Maseno is no longer continuing with home science.
Oh my God. Wow.
Soma semester mzima. So we had two options. Option one, you were to go to, I think KU they were offering, so they were to give us a paper, letter, na tungeenda tuhame. Lakini unaenda kuhama, wakuchukue fresher, as in first year, na uanze tena kulipa. No, unaanza afresh kulipa, so ile pesa ingine ilipotea. Option two was you do interior design. Did I say that I'm an interior design now? Now that is how I landed to be in interior design, because telling my dad to ati zile pesa ulikuwa umelipa ati zime.
Na sasa interior design, sasa ukienda kufanya interior design watakata ile yenye.
What happened is we had many, that was the only course that tungefanya, kwa sababu many, we used to call them common courses. We were sharing common courses. And that is why in first years, by the way, you may never feel that you are alone. That's why I never felt that I was alone, because most courses mnafanya na classes zingine. So you remember I was doing this EDU peke yangu, but na wale wengine tena common courses tulikuwa tunafanya watu interior design. So when waliangalia wakaona, at least when there are 10 units, giving I can't remember how many, but giving an example, like there were 10 units, at least 5 of them we had done with interior designers. So hii moja tulikuwa ukienda next year, another semester, you pick, instead of picking 7, pick 8. At the end of you're clearing your campus, utakuwa umefanya hizo zenye hukufanya wakifanya in the first semester. So that is how I landed. Otherwise, I wanted to do not interior design, I wanted to do like education. Tusonge tu hapa kwa education.
Education kuwa comfortable nayo.
English. Because at least English nilikuwa na feel maybe I can manage. But the course was not, the school was not offering that. We had not done anything in education English. So that's why I learned to do interior design. I cried. Hey,
because hiyo hauko umeiona.
Kwanza mimi nilisikia interior design campus.
Yeah,
I didn't know we had, apart from kwanza kusoma now, nilianza kusikia interior design campo. I not heard of interior design before. And then I knew interior designers ni watu wa kuchora. Guys, sasa mimi kuchora tena. Si I knew I could not make it. At turning a space into I don't know what, it's a beautiful place. So I knew I'm not there. So I cried, but anyway, nili have to kulia I had a support system. I had a friend who was like, just do this thing, we can manage. Like manishangi ati ni kuchora kila wakati. Sometimes we don't have to do kuchora. Like those courses they were doing with us, hawakuwa wanachora.
Ni vile tu watu wana
that is what. Of course you don't know. You know when you don't know, you don't know. Yeah. Because of lack of knowledge. Being grown into something, so I thought that ni kuchora too. So that's how I landed in interior design, and I did my interior design course. It was hard. Remember, si ni wale watu wa kusukumwa ateke grades. My God, I think I used to be the last one in my class. Our class had 14 students, and I think I used to be the last all the time. And I was not putting. Remember me, I've always tried to put effort.
I love that how unakuwa discouraged. Like you kept, ulikuwa unajielewa.
You know, my mom, I told you we had come from a distressed family. So my mom used to tell me, if you don't want to land yourself in a place like I am, you need to work hard. You need to work hard. It is your grades that is akutetea. I don't want to become like me. And I don't want to be in such a situation. I need to be strong enough, a strong woman, that you're able to work for yourself, have your own money. How is that happening? By working hard and passing. So for me, by the time we were in campus, my family, my mom and my dad were not together. Some of us were living here, others were living there. So I didn't sifanye kazi. I had to put effort once again. I think for a firstborn also, because of that
nyumbani kuna kumotivate wazazi, alafu your brothers.
My brothers' life itself, because it's showing you don't work hard. What about your brothers? Because I remember my motivation in campus was like, I need to get my family from that kapit they were in. So it was, I have to work hard for my mom, I have to work hard for my brothers. I remember actually there's never one time that I used to say I want to work hard for myself.
Ilikuwa jia hawa.
Kwa hawa, tutoke kwa hiyo kapit tulikuwa. So even if I realized it had to be, I was those kinds of people who unaambiwa kitu nenda kulilia kwa choo kutoka kwa choo unajiongelesha. I used to talk to myself to the mirror, talk to myself, you can do it, you can do it, motivation. And then because things happen for a reason. I told you my parents, when I was finished high school, my parents had separated and we were living with Shosho and this auntie who celebrated me a lot. Hey, that auntie, may she rest easy, she rested, but she was she taught me, I think she realized mtoto akona kashida because of self-esteem.
Like self-esteem issues.
My self-esteem was being on the negative. So I remember she really molded me into believing in myself. And she used to tell me, you can do anything. If people out there are doing it, why can't you do it? Why can't you do it? So even when I went to campus, and I thank God that happened, that I had to meet her and be with her for that time. When I went to campus, because of that class session we had like, we stayed with her like for 1 year or 2 years less. And it really encouraged me. And I was bold. And I knew that I can make it. And you know, she used to tell me, hakuna mtu amezaliwa special. That thing you think they are special in, even you are special. Even if not in it, in something else. And God put you here for a purpose, for a reason. So if you think you cannot make it, just know you can make it. So my grades were not doing good in campus. But yeah, they were not doing good, but I remember I used to put effort. And then nilikuwa najituma. Sasa niuliza swali lingine, nilipata ngapi hata kumaliza campus? Stella. And once again, I did not graduate again with my fellow people. With the class I was in, I graduated later. So for the longest, I remember I used to look for my AEN. Sijui 101, nilikuwa English paper. Nilikuwa nimefanya first year. Those marks were missing. And now by the time I was graduating, I was supposed to graduate, I realized I was missing 2 papers. So, sikumiss, moja ni kumiss, the English, moja ni receipt. So I could not graduate with the guys. The time I realized that I had to go back, it was too late. So I had to wait for that year ipite, nianze kusoma, niende hiyo ingine. Alafu sasa nilifanya exams. Alafu nikapata ngapi? I got a second class, upper division. Yes.
Ni kama wewe na hizi exams za mwisho.
It is the Lord. It is the Lord, my sister. It is the Lord. CKCP. But you remember, that's what I always say. If you feel that you can do, you can repeat in something, and you think you can give it a try, just give it a trial. So as you don't say, I wish I tried.
Yes.
Just try. Even for parents, if you feel that your child can manage, if she repeats or he repeats,
unajua capability ya your child.
Yeah, your child. Just help them to go about it properly, without commanding them. Just sit down, talk about it. Because unaona, class 8 nilirepeat nikapata hiyo mark yangu.
By the way.
So class ingine ilikuwa high school was just doing what I thought was just a miracle. Like miracles still happen. So and in campus, you see I had a receipt, but sikuwa na kufa moyo. Sikuwa na kufanga moyo. And then my mom, I remember this time I was like, apana, mimi I'm not going back. So you to do another nini. I have a job. I had gotten a job. See God, I had gotten a job. And so I remember I was telling my mom, even when you're doing interior design, when you're coming for the interview, they never ask you for your results. They just want you, they just give you something to do on the laptop. They tell you like design.
Practical.
So there's no time I'll be asked for these papers. My mom told me, apana. If you don't do it, that means all your time would be of waste. Just have a paper. So for her again, once again, can you push? And I went and did my papers. So they were 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So, haya, sasa umefika job sasa. So hii period ya kazi, how is your mindset? Like I'm thinking, because wewe, what your journey, you're very like positive as much as ni kugumu kuna hiyo unajiamini and everything. Is there any point, because I've come to see especially during this work period if you have a failure mindset, umefanya vizuri sana umeongelea kuhusu mindset, because if you have that low self esteem, uko na failure mindset, you don't believe in yourself atile, especially for you the fact that at least kulikuwa na watu walikuwa na kumotivate, so imagine kama hata wangekuwa ingekuwa ni wewe na ile imani yako peke yako. So you find that these are the people, by the way, who struggle the most ikifika kwa vitu kama, for example, communicate vitu kama raise. For example, kuna mdosi pale, especially ukifika job, when everyone is starting, unaanza ukiwa ka junior. So unafika huko unakuta kuna manager, kuna nini. And for some reason, you believe watu ni smart, they are geniuses and everything. So if you have that failure mindset, ama evil, that low self-esteem, it affects you. So I don't know if you ulikuwa na, maybe you can tell us about your experience kama ulikuwa na.
I had it, I still have it. I will not lie. It is always hard for me to negotiate my salary. It is so hard. But then I go and tell myself, call myself in a committee. I tell myself, today you go, hold yourself, and you say A, B, C, D. And you know that you actually deserve.
See ile ati
ujitete, you know that you deserve. But there's always that feeling of, I've not done enough. I've not done enough.
Yeah, that's a failure mindset.
So that is a mindset that I'm still working on myself till date. I'm still an object at work. I'm just working on myself. And so I've always struggled. I'll not lie. I've always struggled. I've always struggled.
Thank you for being honest about that. So now as we come to the end, so if you could dedicate your story to someone who needs hope, who will it be and why?
I think I would do it to that child who always feels that they are less. Because I was that child. I was that child. I was that child who hata wangeparediwa that hawa watakuwa hivi. Mimi nilikuwa wakuparediwa, I will not amount to something. But look at me. I still have a long way to go, but I'm somewhere. And so if you feel that people are making you feel that you're nobody, I just know that you're somebody, because we are told that gifts children are gifts from God.
Yes.
So if you're a child, that means you're a gift.
Yes.
Na kuna a gift mbaya. So that means that you're precious. Gifts are precious. So when you know that you're a gift, just know that I remember I used to tell myself that I am God's child, and I know that I can amount to something because my father, God is my father. So I used to always go back to God and tell God, sasa hapa ni aje. So if you feel that you're a nobody, or you're failing, because sometimes we're working hard, but we find that you're failing our parents and society, just know that you can amount to somebody. So for that child who feels that ndio wanapatanga ndio wanapatanga below expectation. Nowadays they're called below expectations. Meeting expectation.
A good way of
you're the one who feels that you're below expectation to the society, to the school, to your parents, to your family, even to yourself. Just know that don't give up. Don't give up. Just put the effort. Do your part. Do your part. That wakikuja wakuangalia, what didn't you do? You did everything. And leave the rest to God. I will also talk to those kids that are in a broken family, because I was from such, and sometimes you feel that I remember it was very hard for me also to communicate with kids because of what we were going at home, because nilikuwa kama watu wanaona wananijua ni kwenyu venye mnaendelea, because just whatever is going through your mom and your dad, that's their life. It's unfortunate you're a part of it, but you have your life, you have your future. So work hard for your future. And you never know, sometime you may work hard for your future and pia watakuja kusaidika.
Yes.
But don't brand yourself that I'm a failure, I am broken. I know there's always that kind of voice that tells you that you're broken, you're a failure, but come above it, know that you can amount to something, and know that your parents have a path and you have a path. Work hard for your path. So yeah.
Okay. So I would like you to advise two set of people. So okay, for the students, actually you umewaongelesha. So I want you to, it's good that you're a parent. You've mentioned it. So far nimekuwa nikipata comments from both parents and children, and I'm seeing hapa kuna kashida mahali. You find that with parents, there are parents who will reach out, mtu atakwambia I don't know what to do with my child. Kwa sababu mimi I feel like I've done everything. But sasa mahali imefika, I don't know what to do. Tell me, ni advice nifanye aje. And also kuna students wenye wame reach out wakikwambia maybe alimaliza high school, mzazi akakwambia mimi na hii effort yote si ulikata kusoma, toka. Wengine wanaambiwa we toka wende ukaanze maisha yako huko. And you can understand the parent kwa sababu kama ame struggle and everything, you can imagine
school fees.
And you know parents pia they are bringing different, so they want to give you the best. So ukishindwa, na pia kuna mwingine atakwambia mzazi alisema sasa wewe tafuta kazi, hakuna haja ya kusoma because unataka kuendelea kuwaste pesa yangu. That failure mindset, alafu pia by the society and the parents wanakuambia so talk to the students and the parents.
Okay, for the students, like I had said, know that you can amount to something and you're a gift. And everybody, if you're in this world, that's what I know. You are here for a purpose. What has happened is that the society has put purpose and education as one thing. If you don't get an A, your purpose, you do not have a purpose. If you don't get your first class, you and purpose hampatani. But those are two different things. It is good to pass, but it doesn't mean that if you didn't get an A or you didn't pass in your exams, it amount to nothing. Every child has something, is gifted into something. What happens is because our parents, because I'm talking from also, I'm a daughter, sometimes they, because of mashida, walikuwa naona ukipita ndio utaweza kutoka kwa hii shida, kwa sababu utaajiriwa. Utaajiriwa kazi. So ukikataa kufanya kazi kwa upate certificate, nani atakuajiri?
Upate kazi uanze kusaidia pia.
Na upate pia uanze kusaidia. So there are those people who feel that they have nothing, but I have come to realize if you actually sit down and believe that you are somebody and you're God's child, to whom do you belong?
Yes.
You belong to your father. Go to your father and ask your father, Father, I am here on this world. What is your purpose for me? Guide me. And also I want to talk to students who go to, they source for a feeling of like the way you're not accepted. You are sourcing you want to feel accepted, and because there's nobody, you go and get your feeling of somebody into things that are not good, like drugs. Because I remember there's those people who feel bad because I've been with them because I was in campus, and they amount to the time they wanna feel high, so low amelewa, ama they're high into something. But I thank God that for me, I used to, I tell my husband that I used to read the Bible after high school. High school, wanakuanga na damu moto. Hey, so
pressure pale.
So I remember I used to read the Bible. Mimi nilikuwa tunasoma Bible. Kwa nilikuwa msomi, kusoma nilikuwa hata sasa ndio sisomangi. Mimi I think nilisomanga nikachoka, I don't know what happened.
Umesoma kutoka kwa mdogo.
Hey, sasa ndio sisomangi, I struggle. But anchor yourself in the right things. Because utapotea. Just because the society has said education is the way forward, it is not the way. That is the society's way. There's God's way, and what I mean by God is not that usipite, is that you are a gift. If you're on this world, you are a gift. You have a purpose, regardless you got an E or you got an A. How many A students do you know and they amounted to nothing? Wako, sindio? How many students do you know that they had an E and they have become people in the society? Sindio, si wako? And shut your ears from the society, from the people, na ujipatia motisha when you know who you belong. Coming to the parents, I know parents, because I'm a parent, I want the best for my child. And hata ukisikia nilikuwa na failing hivyo vyote, si ati nataka mtoto wangu wa fail.
Of course.
So also I want them to pass, but because of my background and my car story, I've come to realize that be there. Do you know when a child goes to school and they come back home, the first person they want to talk to, remember when I used to have a hard time, I used to know that, sawa tu nikienda home nitaambia mom. And I knew my mom would be there. because if she would not have been there, sijui ningekuwa wapi. So be there. Learn your child. Be there. Listen to your child. Also know that your purpose in that child's life is being a steward. So to parents, just let us be supportive. Be be the best supportive system that your child can ever have. Because your child can amount and is able to amount to something. So I think to parents, just be a supportive system and don't compare. Just because your child is able to perform, your child one, and your other child is not able to, stop comparing. Because also there's that issue of comparing. Let your child know that even if they cannot do this, they're also good as who they are in something else.
Na ukianza kukuza vile umesema early, at least hata mtoto kama ana fail in high school, akimaliza you will be able to direct them. Ndio history ya ako confused afanye nini, at least ukijua ako artistic, hata akianzia certificate or something, at least you know Kenya what they are good in.
Okay. So supportive system is the best for children. It will be a supportive system. And also you told me to talk to parents. And also I will talk to family. You remember I told you that one of my supportive system also who helped me to deal with my esteem issues was my auntie. You see, she was my auntie. I didn't got to make her for long, but she was my auntie. But she really impacted onto me positively in my self-esteem. You know, sometimes tunasemanga, I'm just me ni auntie yake. You see,
uone kama uko na role.
Uone kama uko na role. So as an uncle, as an auntie, you have a role in that child's life. Like today, my self-esteem, most of it, I put it back to my auntie because she was there and she helped me to know that I can do everything and anything. Yeah, so to parents and to family, anybody who in your life you have a child in your system, know that you can be positive. You can either build that child or break that child.
Wow. So last kabisa, speak to your younger self. What will you tell your younger self? Ule mwenye alikuwa pale ana struggle, una struggle na self-esteem. What will you tell your younger self?
I will tell her that relax. God got it. God got you. He got you because you're his child. So he got you because I used to work so hard, which was good, but I used to torment myself when I failed. And failing was a lot. But so I used to beat myself up. I used to beating on myself. I torture. But God got you if you get anchored. So talking to my younger self is God got you and relax. Just do you, be you, but anchor yourself to the Father.
So thank you so much for watching. So if this story has inspired you, you can comment down below with your takeout. And if you know someone that this story can help or it can inspire, share it with them. So subscribe also for more episodes like this. And if you like to share your story with us, just to encourage someone out there who is struggling either with a failure mindset or is still in school and struggling with their grades, you can reach out via the email on our bio. Thank you and see you in the next episode.